And we're live. That's it. It's nice and easy. It's just like a button press. It's good.
I always thought there was you had to perform some sort of arcane ritual.
Well, I do that beforehand. I make sure that's out of the way. Yeah.
Okay. Pray to the Twitch gods.
Yeah. Um,
Drag a rusty blade across your palm.
if I held up like a bandaged hand right now, you'd be like, yeah.
You've sacrificed the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
Burnt it. Yeah. That's what we all figured you were doing.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, you've actually both John and Dave. You both look like you've moved. I don't know, moved about
lounge.
now.
I'm in the lounge today.
Nice.
Konica has gone, so she left last night. So I have the lounge because Amber's gone to bed to watch TV. So it's like,
fantastic!
I don't have to heat another room.
Yeah, nice. And John, you're not even in the country.
I'm in Melbourne.
That's
nice.
Dedication.
That is dedication. And we don't have Mark/Sasha today, and I guess we're going to find out at some point what that means, John.
Yes. Yeah, I got that covered.
I don't know, but the same poggers. Whatever poggers means.
Whatever that means. Yeah.
Indeed, Smite. Poggers.
Maybe they're some pog related thing.
We await your next inspired
comment.
I never got into pog caps, but if I did, I'm sure as hell would make some getting dicey ones. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Reese, you're back and in beautiful form with your. Do you want to explain some of the new stuff you've got going on?
Sure. So this week I have my my sweet helmet, and I've made it out of floor mat.
Oh wow!
And then it's like, oh sweet, and I put a little magnet in it so I can hold it upwards, or I can
wow!
it all the way back if I want to be expose the dome. And then I just finished this this chest armor yesterday.
Yeah.
I've added some.
What's it made out of?
Again, same floor mat type material.
Oh yeah.
That would
I won't take it off now because I have to look in the mirror to unstrap myself.
Yeah.
I haven't painted the back yet either, but the front is all painty-o'd.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome.
That's like almost full-on body armor. Like that would stop. That would do some decent.
Yeah, it would. Like if I want to come off a motorcycle at pace, I'd be like, sweet.
Like, you could do that paintballing and you'd be fine.
Oh yeah,
That's that'd be awesome.
That would be super cool.
John, just something else I got done during the week that I don't think anyone has noticed, but if you have a look in the chat, there is I've created a new I've created a new emoticon for our subscribers. So we've got Igneous. We've got Igneous for like the 1 month subscribers. We've got John and his DM pose for the
scheming.
It's the scheming. It's your scheming emoji. It's fantastic.
Yeah. It's a PogChamp emoji.
yeah. PogChamp.
I feel like I know NZ Smite from something. I'm just not sure what from.
Yeah.
I recognize the username.
Fair enough.
Competitive PogCap days.
Yeah. I just want to get back to your armor just for a second there, Reese. So that you made a full mold of your head, right?
Yeah.
And then, so do you still have the mold of your head? Like, how did you?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I won't get you to go get it. Maybe when you come back from our break, I'd love to see like the mold.
Does it look like you at all? The mold of your face?
I had to cut it in half because I used it to make a template so I could do the helmet.
Okay.
So I've got the half face, which is still relatively face looking.
Yeah.
And the facial features are kind of tinfoily my face-ish, so
it
works.
Wow.
I didn't sort of take into account that it pretty much is my head. So there's like no breathing room at all. It's like a second skin.
That's awesome, though. That's seriously cool.
So awesome. Yeah, that's very
maybe a little bit more faster or something next time. That breathing room.
Yeah, exactly. That's Mark 3, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
All right.
Okay, should we? get on to the recap.
Let's do it. As I'm sure everyone is aware, and as everyone used to this by now, but do you think that things might be getting dicey? Beautiful. Hopefully the sound worked that time, because I had to redo a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know. Maybe. We'll find out. We'll find out later.
It sneaks up on me just every time.
Yeah? Well, that's good.
Every single time.
That's good.
Okay. So we rejoin our heroes. So after speaking with Princess Sarissa and Sasha casting a zone of truth around everybody, they managed to somewhat persuade Sarissa that something might be up with Iymrith, but based on her observations and kind of her experience with Iymrith, she just couldn't ratify the two pieces of information, and that kind of played itself out a little bit later on. So our heroes went downstairs and rescued Alst from the throne, where he was entombed by using the scepter. Sarissa did, by using the scepter. The team then rested up before returning to the throne room in the morning to confront Iymrith in front of Sarissa. And while Iymrith was unwilling to admit anything, the Zone of Truth came out once more and turned the tide of that conversation. And I've got to say, the Zone of Truth in the right circumstances is just OP. It's just, there's nothing you can do about it, really.
I thought, at the time, I thought Iymrith had managed to pushed against it. I thought she managed to resist. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for.
The problem with Zone of Truth is that you know if they resist it.
True.
So she did actually resist it, but Sasha knew that she'd resisted it.
Yeah, gotcha.
And so even if you resist it, you're still giving away, some information.
Yeah.
Which is obviously a very powerful spell. Very well used by Sasha.
Yeah, that was a brilliant move.
The group then engaged her and some of the visiting giant lords in combat, and Countess Sensori aided the small folk and took some major damage for doing so. I think Countess Sensori took more hits than anybody else.
Yeah, she took the brunt of it.
With the giants kind of seeing her as the largest threat, and Iymrith at one point actually as well, seeing her as the largest threat, while Iymrith kind of snatched the coronal scepter away from Sarissa and entombing her on the Wormskull throne. Thanks to some quick thinking from Finn, he managed to send out Madrid, his magical rope, to pull the scepter towards the marble-like case that was holding Sarissa, shattering the case where she could jump down and kind of act freely once more. Eventually, Imperator Uthor kind of blew on his horn to summon some more of the Storm Giant army. And Iymrith sensed the tides of battle turning, transformed into her true form, and took off with the coronal scepter. That was, if I remember correctly, that was where we left. Am I missing anything, fellas?
Oh, you're missing, I think, a pretty big thing. The return of a friend.
Of course, yeah. So, kind of in the midst of combat, there was a flurry of noise and motion and wind as Igneous appeared seemingly from nowhere and everywhere all at once, dressed in an entirely new suit of armor and helmet.
I love that helmet.
Yeah, sorry, Igneous. There was a lot of stuff happened.
A lot of stuff, yeah. I guess what I want to ask is how did Iymrith escape? Like, what did she leave via?
So she put the scepter out in her claw, turned it,
Oh, that's right.
and that opened a portal, which she jumped straight through, and it closed immediately behind her.
Did she take the scepter with her, or did that get left behind?
Yes, the scepter is with her.
So no one can sit on the throne without being entombed.
Please don't give it a
from-
go, Oust.
From
Please.
what you know, maybe.
Okay, I'm just wanting to make sure. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oust has had his time on the throne. I'd like to think.
Al sit on the throne. He's happy. He had his night on the throne. He was king for a night.
Yeah.
No one saw except a couple of giants and his friends, but that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so.
All right.
Okay, so sorry, I should have mentioned also the Storm Giant army did indeed march back into the throne room, and is pointing basically instead of holding javelins over their shoulders, they're holding like pure energy lightning bolts
Awesome.
aimed at Tartha, Helenhild, and Brexo.
Cool.
Two of them marking each one.
Nice.
And what are they doing? Are they surrendering?
They've kind of dropped their weapons, realizing their situation, putting their head down, realizing that they're not only defeated, but probably this doesn't end well for them.
And nor should
And hands up in the air, heads down, sort of very submissive pose.
Cool. What's everyone's states? So Finn is on the back of Marvin at the moment.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's correct.
Igneous and Sasha are still side by side.
Correct.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. So I think Finn's gonna basically ask Marvin to land and dismount and start sort of heading towards Sarissa, just to be like, well, there you go, there you have it. Like,
told you so.
no, it's not so much I told you so. It's more just like well, there we go. Now we know.
Okay, and as you kind of approach her attention is with the Storm Giant guards, who appear to be kind of awaiting an order of some sort, and she raises her hand and lets it fall. And as she does, just these lightning bolts just rain down on Braxo, Helenhild, and
Sasha.
Arthur. And they with their wounds from the battle laid on top, they are immediately and viciously electrified.
Wow.
Gone burgers.
And as they kind of fall to the ground like fried and sizzling, she turns her attention to you and says, well, I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Finn.
That's right.
It's no small matter when dragons are involved. And with that, she looks up and she says again to the Storm Giants, "Seize the dragons."
Oh.
And the Storm Giants move on Marvin, and they move on Sasha.
Oh, damn.
Finn, can I stop them?
They encircle the two. They don't raise weapons or anything, but they kind of they're kind of motioning for Sasha and Marvin to surrender.
What's
I'll let you all act before
Sure.
before Marvin and Sasha do their thing.
Igneous?
Igneous is super pumped after that last battle, and he is ready to kill some more giants. And he is readying to defend Sasha.
Yeah. Finn's sort of like closes the distance between himself and Sarissa. It's like, what's the meaning of this? These two basically helped you out just now.
That may be so, but Iymrith helped me for months. If this experience has taught me anything, I can't trust any dragon. Don't worry, they'll be made safe. They simply will not be. They'll be under our guard.
Until when?
I need to think on that.
Can we not just take them with us when we leave?
Well, for all I know, they're also working with Iymrith and could feed information back to her. So I don't think that's a good idea.
Finn.
Or they may serve some other dragon master.
I understand how your interactions with Iymrith have led to this decision, but you need to trust me, since I've shown that you can trust me. Like, Sasha and Marvin are one of us. Is one of us our crew. There were been plenty of times for Sasha and Marvin to have stopped us in our quest.
Do you not think that they may have been beside you as Iymrith was beside me, perhaps waiting for this very moment?
Not at all.
What would have happened if the rest of our soldiers could not have stormed the room? This could have been the end of the Storm Giants. This could have been the end of you, Finn. I can't have that happen. I can't let you leave with two potential traitors in your midst.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Igneous is just going to call over to Oust and Finn and be like, you can see he's visually not understanding all the conversation and all the names that are going on. And he's like, trying to subtly say, should we attack and kill everybody?
Yeah, no. There's no reason to, Igneous. You can put your blade away.
Are you sure? This doesn't look great.
Okay. What do we need to do to be able to take Sasha and Marvin with us when we leave? How can we prove their loyalty?
Besides the fact that they've been fighting for you and us for a long time now, and never once have we had any reason to doubt them.
I think the best thing that you could do right now for me would be to put your obviously considerable skills to use and try to find my father. He would know what to do.
Do you know where Iymrith has gone?
I haven't a clue.
Do you know anything about the whereabouts of Hecaton?
And as you say that, she says, I don't know anything about the whereabouts of Hecaton, but I do have, and she produces, I'm just trying to find the handout.
Ooh, I do love me a handout.
She produces a small wooden coin with, I hope there's a handout for this because it looks cool. Man, really? There's no handout for that? Okay, hold on. Just let me bring it up on my phone and put it up to the monitor.
Hey, we've got X-Cat back. Welcome aboard, X-Cat.
Hey, X-Cat. X-Cat.
only a little bit late. You haven't missed much. Quick summary of the first 10-15 minutes is that the guards have basically decided they're going to lock up Sasha and Marvin.
Because they're dragons.
Because they're
Dragons
dragons.
are bad.
Yeah. Ah, don't really want to leave without them, though, do we?
Well, I'm not sure we're going to have much of a choice.
No, I don't think so either.
So she hands you a small wooden coin with some brushed gold over the top of it, like it's been rubbed with gold leaf or something. And the symbol on the gold leaf, in gold, is a goose.
The golden goose.
And she says, "We found this near my mother's body when we recovered it from the coastline."
Do you recognise it at all, Finn? Is it something that you would have seen or heard of, or?
Yeah, can I just inspect that and see if I know of the symbol?
Yep, you can roll investigation.
16.
Yes, he can.
Actually, he can't.
Oh.
Wow.
So that one, it's quite an obscure thing. So even with your considerable worldly knowledge, perhaps this is something that popped up during your life as a hermit. Perhaps it was what you do know is that this kind of token, it's not any kind of coin that you recognize. You would guess, based on what you know and your kind of investigative skills, that it's some sort of token for gambling, or it's like a casino chip.
Right.
Would be your best guess.
Okay. Finn's just going to turn to Alst. Alst, you don't happen to know of the, being the curious man that you are, you won't happen to know of any sort of gambling areas around here?
I don't gamble.
How did you make out with the arm wrestle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I made out like a bandit.
There we go. Yeah.
And it's at this point that the storm giants step in closer. And
You've got your camera swapped around, dude.
What? Not anymore. I did. Sorry. Thanks for pointing that out. But yeah, it's fixed now.
And they call out to Sasha, "Surrender. Tell the dragon to surrender." And Sasha kind of reaches down, and you see it clutching its holy symbol, which seems to glow.
No.
Seems to glow in response to this kind of mental question that's being asked it, and Sasha just drops its sword and kind of puts its hands up and says, "All right. This is not right."
I'm sure Mark would call them racists. I think is pretty much.
Yeah, dragonists.
Yeah.
And as Sasha puts its hands up, just says, "Just don't hurt Marvin. Whatever you do, just don't hurt Marvin."
So at that, Igneous is going to drop his sword and shield and be like, "Yep, don't hurt Marvin."
Igneous, fine. You're not a dragon. You're free to go.
Yeah.
And Sarissa says, "If you can find my father, he surely will not to do here, and I'm sure someone as wise as he is would have ideas on how to handle Iymrith."
So we've got a coin or a token, and that's it. That's all we
I've
have.
got no idea. So she's got no idea at all on where her father may or may not have gone.
Yeah.
It's like when you lose something and someone's like, "Where did you have it last?" And you're like, "Well, if I knew that,
Yeah.
I would have it back."
Yeah. Oh, we've got the. I guess this. Did she hand Finn the token?
Yeah. She's kind of flipped it over to you.
Yeah, and so Finn's just gonna just chuck it over to Alst for Alst to have a look at, see if he's got any idea.
Probably just looks like a golden goose to me, but
Yeah.
is it something that I might have seen in the inn at the inn? Sorry, John. Probably not. I'm guessing, but maybe.
You can roll investigation on it if you want.
Woohoo! Let's have a crack just for fun. Where's my character sheet? Investigation, you say? I am good at that. Apparently.
Are you?
Wow. Check the number.
You've seen
No, apparently not.
similar tokens previously, but not specifically a golden goose.
All right.
So when you say
it's a little bit finer than what you're used to seeing. You're used to seeing like roughshod sort of things that have been carved out, like wooden tokens that have been carved out of massive hunks of wood with huge variation between each individual kind of chip.
Okay.
But this one seems like it's very well crafted, and the kind of the rubbed gold leaf is a very, very nice touch to give it that kind of that look and that feel, and it adds a little bit of weight to it as well.
So the context was that I would have seen them in, like, they would have been as gambling chips of some sort, gambling tokens.
Yeah. You've seen like things like this
Okay.
that are like gambling chips, but nothing so fine as this one.
All right. I'm not sure how much that helps, but Ignis has got his hand up.
Ignis is gonna be like, I want to look too.
Alright, I'm gonna flick it to Ignis and he's gonna be gander.
So Ignis is just gonna look at it and be like, "This is money, guys. You should give it to that trader."
That's not money. I don't think anyone would accept that one. Only a very specific place. Only a very specific place is going to accept that thing, Igneous.
Should we ask the trader about it though? That's not a
Yeah,
bad
the trader
idea.
would know.
Yeah, I mean, sure. We could probably jump to him and check it out. Is there? Finn's just going to look around and sort of shout out. Is there a place around here called the Grey Goose? Golden Goose? Does anyone here know of a place called the Golden Goose? Just asking.
The storm giants just kind of look at you strangely, and Cirrus is like, no, it's not from. It's not. And you look at the size of the coin, and you realize it's not really like something that would make sense for a giant to have. It's like quite small. Like you can handle it in your hands quite deftly.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's a little person's coin.
Well, it's for the little folk.
Okay.
The small folk.
Alright.
And with that, the storm giants kind of lead Marvin and Sasha away, assuming that you all let them do that.
Finn's just gonna walk up to Sasha and just wish it luck, and say, "Look, we will end up getting you out of here. In the meantime, can I have the Wand of Wonder?"
Good call. Good call. Get that Wand of Wonder.
Pretty please.
We might have to resolve that later.
Okay.
While I ask Mark.
Put it in the chat.
It's Schrodinger's Wand of Wonder right now.
Yeah. You either do or do not have the Wand of Wonder.
Yeah. Okay.
You've got an undetermined answer.
Yeah. And he's just going to look back over at Sarissa and just say, "Can you please make sure Sasha's looked after? Don't treat him or it. Don't treat them as if they're guilty until you know for certain."
She looks at you and says, "Finn, you know our ways. You know we have a innocent until proven guilty. Legal authority. I'll make sure my finest cloud giants are on it.
Okay.
But they are led away.
Iymrith is just going to wave by Sasha
Oh,
as he goes.
Sasha says no to the Wand of Wonder.
Oh, what?
You see the chat?
Come on.
That's so rude.
I don't think Mark gets to dictate on this one. Oh, that's lame.
I reckon.
We need that Wand of Wonder. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like in Sasha's position.
Can you not just steal it off?
Yeah, I'll just use as they're walking off. I'll just use my arcane glove of arcane trickster to try and pilfer it out of.
You can try.
Yeah,
you can certainly try.
I'm definitely gonna give that a try.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's only fair.
I need to bring up the details for that.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Okay, cool.
Make it a good in.
Whoa!
26.
Woohoo!
As well.
Okay, I'm gonna do this in the full light of day. Mark, when you rewatch the archive, I'm using your perception skill to determine whether or not that wand is stolen from you. Okay.
We're sorry, we will give it back.
Yeah.
We just need it while you're away.
Perception. Yeah, I guess perception makes the most sense.
How perceptive is Sasha?
Oh!
Oh!
Not perceptive enough. You have in your possession
Woohoo!
Yes.
the Wand of Wonder.
Now we're talking.
But you have stolen it from a party member. So.
Wait, he doesn't know that. Sasha doesn't know that.
They'll get over it.
Sasha does not know.
Not until Sasha checks its gear.
Sasha, because at the end of the day, Sasha will just know it's gone missing. She won't know.
Exactly.
She won't know who's got it
Yeah.
until Finn gives
After
it.
being asked whether or not Finn could have it, and knowing Finn's
Who knows?
shot.
It might even end up back in
Yeah.
Sasha's gear
Could end up-
without anyone ever being the wiser.
But yeah, you do have the Wand of Wonder.
Nice.
Yeah. Perfect.
That will be useful.
Yeah. All right. We need to figure out where to go from here, guys.
Yeah. I like Ignace's idea of going back to the trader and
Yeah.
asking about the coin,
Okay.
because he seems to know everything, and as we've got no idea
Yeah.
where to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got to go back and ask a question, because that's all we've got as a clue, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think of other than visiting the trader, which I do think is the best idea, is just going to, like, the nearest town and asking. But
And asking, anyone see this? And
yeah.
that I potentially feel that could lead us into some rather disastrous stuff.
Yeah.
Get us in some trouble of some sort.
But the horn can only get us to Maelstrom, right? Like, if we blow the horn.
You
Well,
can
they
get
also
to the
will,
trader as well.
Yeah, but then we'd have to come back, right? Is that right? We'd blow the horn, go to the trader,
That is correct.
blow the horn, and come back.
That is correct. So, Sarissa, like, overhearing your conversation about how you're going to get out of Maelstrom, Sarissa kind of pipes up and says, "I can send you back to the mainland."
All right. Okay.
So if
you
we
so
blow,
wish.
if she takes us, if we blow the horn now, go to the trader, come back, and then she can send us to the mainland.
Yeah.
Are you arguing that?
No, I'm just. If we go to the trader, we can't. If we blow the horn again, we can't get back to the mainland. We're going to come back to Maelstrom, right?
Yeah. And then
So she
can
so
send
she's-
us.
So if she sends us to the mainland now, we blow the horn, we go to the trader. If we blow the horn again, do we go back to the mainland or do we go back to Maelstrom? I'm just working out the sequence of when,
Yeah.
when we want to do things.
You don't really know.
I reckon we go to the trader first.
Let's do trader first and see how
Yeah.
see where we end up after
Yeah.
we blow the horn again.
Okay.
Or maybe we can just ask Travis to send us back to the mainland.
Ignis.
Has a question.
So, Igneous is listening to you guys have this conversation about these really trivial matters, but he knows what's really important is the slaves. And he's like, okay, guys, how are we going to free the slaves? This is what it's all been all about all this time.
Well, first of all,
these months.
well,
They're still in the room downstairs, Ignis.
Yeah.
So feel free to go get them.
they're okay, but I think
And-
we have missed out something pretty vital. Where have you? What happened to you? Here we go.
So,
Gather
as you
round, children.
As you say that, you see Igneous take a big breath outwards, and you look at his face, and you almost see some of the bits of earth and stuff on his complexion has like grayed slightly, and there's a few more scars. You can see his armor is different from before, and it's got heaps of scars and cuts on it. And he's like, "It is the third time. It's the third time I've been taken." And he just looks off, as if he's not seeing you guys. He's just looking past you.
Being taken?
Yes.
What does that
So
mean?
he points to his shoes, and he's like, "You see these sweet boots?
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't come to me for free." And he kind of wonders if he can just talk about his whole life story with all these random giants around him. And he's just gonna be like, I'll catch you up soon, but it was horrible. And I killed heaps of things.
Okay. Wow. All right, that's dark.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair enough. So Finn's gonna just accept that he doesn't want to talk about it right now. Whereabouts is the conch at the moment? Is it back in our rooms?
Yeah, it's still down in the rooms because Alst and Wolf had it taken off when we went to bed. We haven't collected it and that's where the obviously the slaves were. So I assume they're still down there, and I assume Igneous will want to collect them. So we should go down to the rooms, collect our stuff, go to the trader, and then arrange to get those slaves freed somewhere.
Yeah. Igneous, what do you want us to do with these freed slaves?
That big pointy giant lady said she can send us back to the mainland.
Mm-hmm.
Can we send the dwarven slaves home?
And Finn asks Sarissa, is that possible?
She silently nods.
Nice.
Hey.
All right. Cool. Okay.
Minions.
So Finn's just gonna sort of say to Sarissa, look, we're gonna go off and we're gonna do some research on this token, and we'll be back. When we come back, could you then send us to the mainland and the freed slaves back to their homes?
Yes, of course I can. They will be under my protection until you return, unless you wish to take them with you for whatever reason.
Igneous?
I think we'll just leave them with the pointy giant lady.
Okay. All right.
Down to room.
Yeah. Well,
Collect conch.
let's head back down into our quarters.
From our quarters, can she send us to the trader, or does it need to be blind on the conch? Given
When you talk about the trader, she's like, I've got no idea
okay.
what or who you were talking about.
Okay.
That's not something that I am aware of.
Okay.
If you want some sweet gear, you'd come with us. If not, that's all right. That's okay. It didn't look like a giant-sized tent anyway, so.
No.
She does stop you before you go though.
Oh, Dave's gone.
Fatally stops Oust.
Yeah.
Basically stops Oust. She stops you with a lightning bolt. So she stops you and she says, if you're going to see a trader of sorts, I know not what you're attempting to achieve, but perhaps I can help somewhat. And she disappears kind of down to the south for a moment and returns.
With a sack of
And
gold.
she has a literal sack of gold, which to her is like a big pouch of gold.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, damn.
Inside which kind of various gems and jewels and actual gold and things. to the value of 10,000 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Inside you also find 4 potions of water breathing
Interesting.
and
Alright, go
4
on,
potions of giant size.
then.
Which
Yeah,
which don't.
I need
if
that.
I'm remembering correctly, don't confer any other benefits other than you will be giant size.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Could be wicked.
Finn is just like he's scheming. He's scheming already. How long do these potions last for?
I'll need to check that out. I think they're about an hour.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's when we use it.
Okay,
Right.
alright. That's pretty cool. So I figured,
Just make a note of the coins and stuff that the value that we've got and the potions.
yeah, I mean, we can divvy up 2,500 each, right?
Yeah.
If we need to, I mean, we're probably going to go spend it all on the trader, aren't we? I mean, and by my guess, we're going to.
I see what you're saying.
Go. So, but here's 10 grand. Give us some information on King Hegaton.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
The potions are probably more worth something later on.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just typing some stuff that's probably super loud. 4 potions of giant size, 4 potions of water breathing, and 10,000 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
No hand did hi.
Hey, No Hands NZ, welcome. Thank you for coming along. It's going pretty good so far. You haven't missed too much at the moment. I think we're about to go off and have a bit more action now. Yeah. We have lost one of our players, though, as you've probably noticed. We're down to 4 this week. Sasha/Mark couldn't make it, so the character herself has been taken by the Storm Giants because, well, it and its pet dragon have been taken due to the fact that they're both dragons within a dungeon. Sorry, a giant's lair, I guess. All right.
A giant slayer which was just attacked by an ancient dragon.
But there is that minor detail, yeah.
Minor detail.
Yeah.
Ancient blue dragon.
Okay, so you're going downstairs?
Yeah. I think we'll all head downstairs.
Go downstairs.
They're just okay. So Cog kind of steps forward and says, "You heroes fight good. Thank you."
Mm.
And then falls backwards on his ass. Just absolutely shattered from the battle, breathing very heavily with just wounds all over
Yeah.
his body.
Dear, oh dear.
And Sensori steps forward.
But a budding romance begins.
places her hand gently on Cog's shoulder. This is the first time you've seen her show kindness to a being kind of beneath her station. And she just says, "Thank you for your help. I'm not sure I would still be here without it. I'll stay here and help Sarissa make sense of all this." And Sarissa kind of calls out to her and says, "Sensori, I'm gonna need you to calm the fire, frost, and stone giants again."
Mhm.
And Sensori just kind of dutifully gives her a dutiful nod, and just continues making preparations for that. And so
Finn just wants to sort of like walk up to Cog, put his hand on him and say, "Cog Hero 2. Cog,
Aww.
Cog fight good too."
You softy.
He did great.
Alice just thinks he did his job, you know. It's like
Wow. Cold.
he's a minion. He did his job.
Igneous is just going to look over at Cog, and he's an ogre, right?
No, he's a
He's a hill giant.
Ah, right.
Close to ogre, but bigger.
yeah, he's like a ogre but bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Igneous
Oh, I
is
can
just
use
gonna
dynamic
run-
lighting on here.
Hmm?
I can use dynamic lighting in here.
Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Where are we?
It just all went dark. Ah.
Just fine. So it's alright. I'm about to move you into a different map, so maybe don't bother.
Yeah, woohoo!
Okay. Oh, here we go.
You good?
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Up there, right. Yeah, fine.
Okay, so you're back in the room with the teleport rune and the pool, and Tug's down there,
Hey, Tug.
just kind of hanging. Out.
I can only see what Alpha and Beta can see.
I can't see anything.
Oh my goodness. Come on, you people.
Oh man. You sure?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
See, can you see my ping?
Yeah, I can see the ping, and I can see all I can see is the room that Alpha and Beta are in.
Finnegan Welltrout.
Oh, yeah, true. So Finn and Igneous have got no idea. You've seen the exact opposite that everyone else has seen. It's brilliant. Although Igneous is also in the dark.
We should definitely do this kind of testing.
Yeah, okay.
Outside
I'll
of the
just turn
stream.
it off.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
And I'll yeah, maybe we can test it in the break or something.
Okay, cool.
So as we enter this room, Igneous is going to be like, "This is the same place that we were at months ago."
Months ago.
It was like...
And as you walk down the stairs, you're just in like knee deep in the entrails and guts of 30 dwarven slaves.
Oh no!
No, I'm just joking.
Oh man, that would have been amazing.
As Igneous descends, sorry, I couldn't help myself. Igneous descends the stairs, just the adulation and the cheers of these 30 dwarven and orcish slaves who are like, "He's back! He's back!" And Doorcracker is like chief amongst them, like razzing everybody up. Like,
Igneous is just buzzing in it like it's his third crack of heroin of the day. Freedom!
they respond to the record. They say, "Freedom!"
And it just takes it on way longer than it should be. Just like, freedom!
Ah, that's the best.
Oh.
And Finn's just gonna go months ago, and he's
Yeah.
gonna look over at Igneous.
And
So
Igneous
we've only been here like a day.
A day.
Igneous is just going to look around and see if there's any giants in
There's
view or
one.
in earshot.
Just the hill giant.
He's pretty stupid.
Okay. So Igneous is going to look down at his boots again and look across at the sigil which he stood on for him months ago. And he's going to just take a breath and look at Finn and Oust in the eye and be like, "I've been in a mage's tower for at least 6 moons. It's the 3rd time he's taken me," and he sort of just has this vacant look on his face. And he looks down at his boots again, and he's going to be like, "These boots are cursed." And he just loses his words a little bit. And you can see him just stretch himself in his armor a little bit, and you can see there's some wounds which you didn't recognize on him a day ago that are now fully healed scars, as if he's been in combat for months on end.
Mm.
It's the 3rd time, and it looks like he can't elaborate too much further as to the details as to the horrors that he's been through. But you start to wonder whether this is where his terror of magic comes from.
Ah, right. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Can you just take the boots off?
Very good boots.
So you don't want to take
But he stands up and he sort of pulls out one of his greaves, and you can see that the flesh at his ankle is like melded into the top of his boot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. They're not coming off.
They're not coming off anytime soon then.
You must have really wanted those boots.
They looked much easier to acquire at the time.
Fair enough. Well, let's go see a man about a coin, huh?
Yeah, I agree. Let's go see a man about a coin and a lost giant king.
And then, shall we return for freedom?
Yes, Ignis, we'll return for freedom.
Yeah.
In the meantime, can you just tell the dwarves to stay in their room and not cause any trouble?
So Ignis is just going to look over the crowd of dwarves and pick out Doorcracker and just be that respectful Genasi wave, which everyone knows. They'll be fine, Alf. They'll be fine.
All right.
So Doorcracker's just standing there like with a mace in her palm, just kind of gently tapping it, and you got no idea where she got this mace from.
What?
But she's just like gently tapping it, and she's just giving Igneous like a knowing, slow nod. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so she worries me a bit.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got a bit of power going on there. Ignis, make sure she behaves.
Yeah.
These giants will kill her the first moment they have if she causes too much trouble.
Ignis is just going to completely ignore Alf, just lost in the Doorcracker, just nodding back to her like, oh yeah.
The two of you just lock eyes.
Yeah. Synchronized nodding.
Oh no. Alright, let's get these two out of here.
Igneous, there cannot be trouble. If you want these guys to stay alive, they need to not cause trouble. Do you want them to still be alive when we come back?
Igneous is just going to very cautiously walk up to Doorcracker and be like, no fighting until I get back, okay?
She goes back to her nodding.
Yeah. So Igneous is happy now and like looks back at Finn and Alf like everything is under control.
Okay.
Alright.
Freedom.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so you did I have a screen for this? I don't feel like I did.
I don't
have a
think you
screen
did.
for this.
No, we just imagined this tent on a cloud in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of space or
Cloud.
something, wasn't it?
On
Draw
the
something out
cloud.
of that.
It's an enormous marble slate,
Oh yeah.
granite slate, seemingly floating in space. So you blow the conch, and you again feel your form begin to leave you, and it's really just kind of energy surrounding.
That guy.
It's really just like you can feel motion and energy, but not really. You don't have any sense of like where your being is. But eventually, you do materialize on this kind of thick granite slate, and lo and behold, you are very close to the trader's yurt,
Yay.
Here we go.
which is a tent for those people who weren't here the last time we visited the trader. And yeah, over to you.
Alright, so Alston Wolf are just gonna charge on to the yurt. Wolf will wait outside. I'm gonna wave the other guys, so come on, we need to get some information. Let's not piss around here. Stride on in, making my presence known, and I'm gonna call out, Trader, where are you?
You walk inside the tent, and the trader's nowhere to be seen. And you're just kind of looking left to right and say, Trader, where are you? And as you turn back, the trader's just it's just there, and you're like, whoa.
I love this guy. He's so cool.
And I'm just kind of like looking at Igneous, making sure Igneous is okay.
So as we are landed in this realm, Igneous is in like full combat, ready to kill some people, and then it takes a few seconds for him to realize that he's not where he thought he was going to end up, and he's just at the trader.
Yeah,
Who he thinks is like Finn's place.
that's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to remember what the trader's voice was like. Was it like snaky, or was it?
I don't think it was
Raspy.
snaky.
Actual.
I feel. I don't know now. I wonder if we can find.
Is it like raspy
Yeah.
or?
Find the last episode.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
sure. Right.
There's no That's fine. Let's not go through.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have. So the trader pops up and says, "Yes, house."
It's like a ghost.
Oh, I like that.
We have questions.
With like these wide eyes just
Awesome.
staring at you.
We have questions, Trader. We need information.
Of course.
Finn, have you got the coin, or has Igneous got the coin?
Igneous has
coin.
got the coin.
Igneous, I
Igneous is
need
just
the
gonna-
coin.
Flick it over to us with extreme style.
One hand catch, thank you. I'm gonna show in my hand, palm of my hand. I'm just gonna show the trader and say, "We have this coin. We need to know everything about it and where it's come from.
Okay.
Can you help?"
So the trader replies to you and says, "What do you offer?"
Finn.
It's like for like, right?
Well, so we want information. Well, everything has a price, yeah.
Mm.
So
All
we want
trades
fair and
are
equal.
fair and equal.
I remember that bit.
If you've got a coin that you need to know something about, I can offer you information.
Oh,
So if anything that you've got that you need information on,
Or we can just pay you for it.
or we can just pay you. We've got a bit of
We've got
cash.
coins.
Give me a second to think if there's anything that the trader would want to know. I've just sent you a link to the just some little background music for the trading post, the trading exchange. So the trader kind of thinks hard. And he's like, I'm not sure how you would find it out, but there is one thing I would like to know.
And that might be.
How do I
Pleasure a
how
lady.
do I how do I leave this place? How does my trading end? I've been here for so long. So
Can't you just
So
come
long.
with us?
Yeah, like we'll just get you to blow on the conch when we go to leave, and you just come with us.
We'll go back to the maelstrom, and then the giants will send us back to the mainland.
Yeah.
Igneous?
My soul is bound here, as far as I know. I've made attempts to leave before, but that is the one. The thing I desire most is the thing that eludes me. All else I know or have or can acquire, but leaving this place, or simply leaving this plane and having my soul finally rest. That eludes me.
So how did you come to be the trader? How did you come to be where you are? Maybe we can look at reversing or finding a way of reversing it.
I honestly don't recall. It's been so long. Perhaps it's the magic of this place that stripped me of that memory, but it's so far back in the past. I can't actually recall.
Igneous
is probably like, how about I kill you? You haven't attained death. That's something that you don't have.
Yes, I mean, I have been here for thousands upon thousands of years. My body surely should have died by now.
Igneous, before you run him through with your blade,
Can
what about the info on that coin? If you give us the information on that coin, we will give you freedom from this place.
Deal.
Or at least try.
Igneous is just going to realize that killing him first was the wrong move.
So he says, well, all the trades must be fair and equal, and that's far in my favor.
Well, you can tell us as much as you can about King Higaton as well. We're perfectly happy to listen to as much information as you can give us, and then we'll free you from your prison, so to speak.
And free stuff.
Oh yeah, and you can give us free stuff, or not free stuff, but pay for the trade.
Yeah.
With cool things.
So he says, yes, of course I could. But freeing me, all trades are fair and equal, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't my freedom come at the cost of someone else's imprisonment?
It depends on how you pay for your freedom.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're swapping the knowledge for your freedom, that's just it's a matter of basically the information you'll be giving us will be ensuring a life is saved, and therefore you will be giving your information for your life. So we take one life and it saves one.
Yeah, I agree.
That's about as fair and as equal as you can as there can be.
He kind of looks around suspiciously and he says, I don't think that's how this place... And this is the first time you've kind of seen him doubting not only himself, but the situation and actually genuinely not knowing the answer to this question.
So
and it's kind of stemmed from that, and he's and he kind of just says, I would perhaps caution. Not that I don't wish that was true, but a life for a life where both of them are benefited seems like a kind of +2 scenario instead of a net neutral 0 situation.
So I get Alice just has one question. So do you decide what is fair and equitable, or is someone else making that decision for you when it comes to the trades?
Not someone,
or something,
but something.
Okay.
I don't define the terms. I merely interpret them.
Okay. So there's a risk here that if one of us, i.e. Igneous, runs him through, that Igneous could potentially be trapped here.
Well, all right. So why don't you give us the information, and then we'll test that. But give us the information first.
How about, I got a better idea. How about not one of us kill him, but we leave like a booby trap for him to kill himself?
Hmm.
Because I think one of us killing him is going to mean that the person who kills him is going to end up trading places with him.
I reckon we get Cog to take his place.
We have to go back to get Cog.
Have we met someone on our travels that would enjoy?
Being a trader.
Yeah.
Maybe Bruni?
Bruni's. I think he probably would have liked that. Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's dead, right?
Yeah,
he
he's
died.
dead.
So if we can resurrect Bruni, turn him into the trader, and then kill the trader.
What
One
would...
is alive, one is dead. We just swap them around. That's net equal.
That is
Ignis was
true.
So impressed how deep that was, and he's like, I can't do that again.
But
and so he kind of says, what is it that you need this time?
This coin, we need to know everything about where it came from, what it's for, who we need to be talking to, who would have left it behind. We know it was found beside Hecaton's wife's body, and we need to know everything there is to know about this coin.
And where King Heckling is.
yeah, and we've got money to spare. If it's going to cost us gold pieces, then we have that on us.
So he says, "Oh, you didn't need to do something so drastic as free me for that." Yes, I can give you that information. Obviously, I would still like for you to free me, but I can't tell you what the best way to do that would be. And he looks at the gold coin and he kind of, the wooden coin, and he kind of flicks it between his fingers like a poker chip and stops it and says, yes, I can tell you about the origins of this.
What would that cost?
Well, if I told you where it was from, that wouldn't be particularly expensive. Say 2,000 gold coins.
Sasha's share?
I think the point of the gold coins is that we're going to use it for the information we've got.
Yeah.
What's our money situation looking like, everyone else? So you guys all, what's our total? Because I want to, how much can we actually ask him?
Well, we've got 10,000 from Sarissa.
So the plan is we can spend that. That's probably going to give us answers to 5 questions by the sound of things.
Yeah, yeah.
So where the coin came from, where's Hecaton? So we kind of want to know who we need to be talking to, where we need to be heading. So I don't know. I mean, Finn, would you need to know where Hecaton is, or whether he's alive, or do you want to know solely where the coin is and information around that?
Is this happening in character or out of character?
In character, we're having a chat as to what information we need to know to help us solve our issue.
So he overhears you say, "Where is King Hecaton?" And he says, "Not all questions are equal. That particular question is very, very expensive."
Oh, crap. So it's probably the one question we need to know then, obviously, because we need to find him, and that solves all our problems.
Yeah,
How expensive?
Yeah, first of all, how expensive?
That would be 20,000 gold pieces.
Oh, can you give us something?
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. All right, I think we pay for the information on the coin first, because then we might have some other questions after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck him $2,000.
Yeah,
Speak.
so Finn reaches into the sack of gold that Sarissa handed us and starts scooping out gold coins to the tune of 2,000. And asks the trader to give as much information on this coin as possible.
So as you begin scooping them out, you feel the weight of your coin purse lighten 2,000 as the words begin kind of flowing from his mouth, sort of in an instantaneous transaction. And he says, let me just look this up. He flips through a mysterious book.
Uh-oh. Finn may want to steal that book.
Yeah. Can do with that book.
Sorry, that's just DM code for me looking for the answer. Oh, there is a fucking handout. Here it is. I'm not sure if that shows you the GM notes. Hold on. I won't show it to you.
Oh, stink.
Well, it was the same thing as what I showed you before.
With GM notes.
Yeah, well, you can't have GM notes.
Mark would have just Googled it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could Google this one. That'd be quite hard.
Xcat's saying that the trader is basically a quest journal in a video game, but you have to pay to unlock entries. It's so true.
Yeah,
so true.
It's EA's quest.
This quest will cost $14.99.
So the trader says to you, this coin is this
Found it.
Token, I should say. Are you seriously Googling the answers?
I googled D&D Golden Goose coin, and it popped up with the image of what I was looking for. I love Google. I'm not going to read it. I promise you. I just want to say I found it.
You can't metagame. No metagaming.
I won't.
Oust is permanent disadvantage.
Yeah.
No, Oust just outright dies.
Iymrith appears, Oust dies, Iymrith disappears.
So the trader says, this is a gambling chip that you already knew. So that's on the house. That's free.
Woohoo!
But what you didn't already know is that this is a gambling chip from a gambling ship named the Grand Dame that bases itself out of Yatar. They go out to sea to gamble because obviously the local laws don't allow that to happen. It's a very exclusive and sort of invite-only place.
Does that coin work as an invitation?
This is one of the gambling chips, so I wouldn't say that it does.
Okay. Could you just give me the name of that ship and where it is? I'm just going to make some notes.
So it's the Grand Dame.
The Grand Dame.
Grand Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And it leaves from Yatar. Yatar.
Okay, cool. All right, well, we know where we got to go, but how...
Let's go.
And also, we just got another follow from someone's name that I am going to butcher if I try and pronounce. But thank you for following. You're awesome. Just hang out. Listen to our Kiwi accents and just chill. It's great. Okay, so we know we got to go. But we need to get an invitation. So I assume we're going to have to go to Yatar and ask some questions there. And he just asks Alce and Igneous, should we pay for more information on who to seek in Yatar?
That's probably a good idea.
We can always come back here if we need to, right? We can ask some locals for free.
That's true.
Maybe kill a few people.
I thought you'd had enough killing, Igneous.
Yeah.
Fine.
So Ignis is right. We can probably ask people in the town who we need to talk to around the coin. But then the risk of doing something like that when you're in town is you kind of reveal your hand, and we often get ourselves in trouble when we start asking questions around towns.
You know what? We haven't been to a tavern for a very long time. I reckon we could.
True.
I reckon we could go into a tavern. We could scope out some people, and maybe just have the coin visible.
Oh yeah, that's.
And maybe someone will approach us.
All right. Do we have any other questions we want to ask the trader then?
Igneous is like, can I have my cut of the coin, please? There's some sweet stuff here.
What does
Igneous want?
What is the DM doing?
Sorry.
What was in your mouth?
Coke bottle cap.
Right. That looks really weird. Sorry.
It looked like your tongue.
Yeah.
Igneous, what have you seen that you want?
There's a couple of things. And the first of which is I need to pay back my debt to Oust. I owe you 178 gold pieces.
Do you?
And in these 6 months I've earned 0 coins.
Oh, that's right.
I don't remember.
It was so he could get the belt.
Oh.
You just wanted to show that off.
Yeah. Consider it a gift. I'm not fussed about 178 gold coins. I'm sure you'll save my life at least once, so I'm sure we're well and truly covered.
Igneous nods respectfully and waves at Oust and still looks at Finn for his cash.
Yeah.
Give me coin.
You're not going to borrow from me to pay someone else. That's not.
What is he wanting to buy?
That's
now?
not a fair trade.
Am I borrowing?
What?
It's his
What?
money.
Oh, you want some?
He wants his car.
Ah.
He wants
All right.
his $2.5 grand.
All right. So, well, it's not 2.5 anymore.
I spent Sasha's too.
No. Finn is still going to look out. So we've got 2,000 gold pieces each now.
Igneous, what are you buying?
Sweet. So Igneous is going to pick up the sweet bag of holding.
Oh shit!
And be like, Trader man, can I have this sweet little bag, please?
Yes, of course. And the bag of holding appears in your hand as if you were holding it. And he kind of motions the coins towards himself. And yep, transaction complete.
I'm trying to remember what else was in this. I always forget.
Well, we've got that. We've got a page of it, don't we?
Yeah, I always lose.
Yeah, I'll share it with you. I think we can probably go to break now because it's 10
let's
to
do
9.
that.
Yeah, it's 10 to.
And you all can take a look through. I'll just post it in the chat here. You all can take a look through the doc.
Grand idea.
Just before we go on a break, Finn remembers the last time that we were here, and remembers what happened mid-battle, and raises his hands up to his forehead and just slowly removes the circlet off his head and places it back into his bag.
Seriously.
Stealthy.
You're going to think that Oust didn't notice that happening?
Wait. Well, I'm going to do it nice and stealthily. Let's see how stealthily.
You're going to challenge your stealth against.
There we go. So I got a 16. I rolled a 16 to slowly remove this thing.
All right. Let's see how we go. I've got 17.
I think your passive. Yeah, your passive beats his 16. So you know.
A 16. I was like.
Igneous has no idea. That's all right.
I was just going to crack out laughing. Just quietly, just get laughing away.
Okay. Well, with that circlet hijinks,
Yeah.
we'll go to break.
That's brilliant.
Okay, cool.
So we've got 2 grand to play with here.
Well, we're going on a break first, and then we've got 2 grand to play with.
I know.
Alright,
Okay.
Whilst we're break, you can sit down and we can sit down and chat about the stuff.
yeah. I just want to say the XCat mentioned something about a bag of holding. In their group's current campaign, he was given a grey bag of tricks and traded it to someone for a bag of holding. They had me test what it summoned. So, can a bag of holding summon stuff?
Not usually.
No, okay. And it spawned a giant elk that was a good symbol for their god, and they basically threw the bag of holding. The bag of tricks must be the one thing that spawns things. So that's kind of cool. That's very cool. But yep, let's go to break. I'll throw up the BRB, and we'll be the usual 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm gonna grab myself a drink.
Nice.
All right. See you guys soon.
All right.
Yep.
have you got?
Nothing exciting this time. I've just got my huge. It's just a hot choc. It's just a hot chocolate. Delicious.
Nice.
How hot is that hot chocolate?
It's lukewarm. It's a lukewarm chocolate. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, John, are we going to get to? Am I going to?
It's very good, though.
Realised that I had that tome of leadership and influence, and I as yet haven't had a chance to read it and study it. I need 24 hours. I need to come across 24 hours and sit down and read.
Maybe you could sit on the throne again, Austin, and read it.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it at any time. I'm not going to be like, hey, here's 24 hours where you can solidly read a book.
And we'll just sit here waiting.
Well, you guys can go off and do something because it would it'll increase my charisma by 1.
Yeah. So what book's this? Sorry, I might have missed. Is this in the magic item shop?
It's in the Magic Garden. It was one of those books that I picked up from the trader, and it's a tome of leadership and influence.
Nice.
It spoke to me. It really did.
The title of the book is How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah, perfect. All right, I'm just gonna, before we get back into it, I'm just gonna put out a tweet, let everyone know that we're back from the break. But feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Oh, or not, just.
I'm just reading.
Eating noises.
I'm not actually sure there's anything that I specifically want from the magic shops. I'm quite happy to spend the money on information, which I think we need to continue doing.
Yeah, fair enough. I think
just responding to Cat Darkness's comment. The reading can take place over a week, depending on how the DM rules it. So that's fine. Asked if you want to read it over the course of a number of days.
Okay. So I guess Well, we'll see if I get to a point where we're traveling anywhere and I can sit down and begin reading it. But obviously, I'd like to begin reading it at some point.
So you need to read it. You need to read 3.25 hours a day for 7 days.
Okay.
Actually, the weeks are 10 days long in this setting. So.
Okay.
What's that?
2.5 then. 2.4. So 2 hours.
You need 2.4 hours.
cool.
All
right.
So next time I have a couple of hours, I'll start reading it.
Yeah, I mean,
anyone else got any interaction with the trader before we head back to Maelstrom?
No, but sorry, Finn just wants to let him know that we're going to continue thinking about ways that we can free him, if that is what he wants.
He's like, that is what I want, even if it means the end of my life. I want nothing more than that.
Okay.
Good to know. We'll see what we can do.
Ignis
Has
understands.
an idea. We have minions.
Oh.
We can sacrifice one of our minions.
I don't think Ignis likes the word sacrifice.
Okay, so you're all going back to Maelstrom?
Yeah. I reckon we're back. Ignis, he was.
Once again, you jump on the Rainbow Road, and you end up back in Maelstrom.
Oh, hi, Maelstrom. All right.
Cool.
I think we should gather our stuff and head up to Sarissa, I guess.
Yeah, head back to the mainland or wherever we need to go.
Yeah.
Ignis is just going to look around, slightly confused like normal, and he's going to be like, "What is the time? Time for freedom! Freedom! And he's just going to rally all the slaves to follow him up the stairs.
Yeah, perfect.
So you're
What was that, Els?
So I'm just going to sort of, while he's busy chatting, on hand on his shoulder, is you sure one of them wouldn't mind being the trader? Just one.
Yeah. Have you asked?
Would you like to ask one of them if they'd like to be the trader? Would they trade their freedom for being the trader and having infinite knowledge?
Infinite knowledge.
Think about that for a long time. And he's just gone on this big spiel about freedom, and he's going to be like, you want me to propose that they give up their freedom?
Just one. It's a different kind of freedom. They wouldn't be slaves.
Yeah, they're not slaves.
They just would be traders. Or a trader.
In fact, you would be freeing someone else.
Yeah.
Who has suffered
You'd be freeing
far
the trader.
more than who you have saved.
And longer.
Igneous is not sure how he would handle that. So I'm gonna roll a d20.
Ooh, here we go.
So 1 to 10, I'm gonna offer the chance to the slaves, and higher he's gonna be like, nah, freedom's great. So 0 to 10 is the offer.
Ooh.
No, freedom forever!
Dogmaker responds, mace overhead. Freedom!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Alright. We'll sort this out later.
Okay, cool. So Finn heads down, quickly grabs Alpha, and Beta quickly follows behind. And they have a nice little reunion. Alpha's feeling much better. Finn gives him a little scratch behind the air hole. I assume it has an air hole, not like an ear.
No, don't they have little ears?
You can find a hole.
Just a little scratch behind the hole. No, I don't.
They have like a hole behind some feathers.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
realized I can't. I'm not showing everyone. Roll 20. So let's bring that back. You missed the dice roll. But there it is. You can see now. Sorry about that. But yeah, so he's just scratching. Give him a little scratch on the head.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Touching.
Literally.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all
Can we
heading
get
towards
on with it now?
Sarissa in the throne room?
Yes. Yeah.
Igneous, you're going to collect your slaves?
Yep, all the dwarves and orcs are going to follow me, just chanting.
Freedom, freedom, freedom.
I think we get rid of them first, Finn.
I assume it'll just all happen at once, right? I assume. I don't know.
Well,
Um,
the sooner they're out of the way, the better.
yeah, so Imperator Uthor is just kind of standing there, along with Sarissa. And Sarissa, seeing like you and the rest of the party, kind of motions you back into behind the throne room.
I'm still downstairs.
Oh, sorry. I have not moved the player thing. There you go. So you're all in the throne room at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Sarissa has kind of gone behind the throne room and is heading in the opposite direction of her bed chambers. Can you all see where you're at or no?
I can see black.
Okay. There we go.
Sweet, I can see, thank you.
Okay, we just got raided by like
Spotter.
the spotter's just brought in like a whole bunch of her followers. Hey, Amy, thanks for bringing everyone along.
Nice to have friends who know people, right?
Yeah. And her character is still alive, but we just don't know where she is right now. I think she's gone somewhere. But Sansari is still alive, Amy, so don't worry about that.
Is it Cogs looking after it?
Yeah, I think Cog is looking after...
Or is she looking after Cog?
Oh.
I mean, I don't know.
Man. Alright, cool. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. So, Sarissa's walked off, yeah?
Yeah, Sarissa has has walked kind of behind the throne room and is heading in the opposite direction of her bedchambers.
Did she notice us, or did she...
No, yeah, she's kind of motioned you back.
Oh, right,
and,
okay,
like,
cool.
Come on.
Okay, alright, let's head on over. I think Igneous is still chanting freedom as he...
Freedom!
Yeah, like the slaves and the orcs are just kind of rocking behind.
Yeah.
Do they have glow sticks? I imagine they have glow sticks.
Oh yeah.
No, they're probably very glow sticks. Let me just find the thing that tells me where everything is. Sorry. Just dance for a little bit.
Right, we'll talk about what's happened. Amy's asking sort of what's been happening with the story. So we found we were given a small token from Princess Sarissa, which was found next to her mother's dead body, and it could be some sort of clue as to where Hecaton is or what happened to Hecaton. So we visited a trader who has the knowledge of all, and we managed to pay good money to get some information about this coin, and it's going to lead us to a place called Yatar, where we're going to go and hopefully ask around and show off the coin and get some information. But it sounds like it's going to lead us to a gambling ship by the name of the Grand Dame. Is it Grand Dame? Grand Dame.
Greasy Dame.
Yeah.
So the Grand Dame.
Grand Dame. Yeah, and I don't know what a Twitch raid is, but that was very exciting. It was very exciting.
Yeah, first Twitch raid. Thank
It
you
is.
very
It's
much.
very, very first Twitch raid.
And so Princess Sarissa and kind of walks into the cave, and she draws up in the coral and the sand on the ground an arcane sigil, and just begins chanting. And like the sigil on the ground downstairs, it begins to glow with this kind of yellow pulsing energy. And she says, this will get you... you said you wanted to go to Yatar, yes?
Yeah, Yatar. We
So
also
this-
want the freed minions that we have near us to be sent back to their hometown
Okay.
or hometowns. I don't know. You might have to ask them all individually where they're from. That might take a while.
Oh, God. It's like, okay, if you leave them with me, I'll make sure that they get back to where they're supposed to go.
In one piece.
Yes, in one piece.
It's alright. Cool. Let's leave them here, and we're gonna head off to Yathar.
Yeah, sounds good.
Igneous is just gonna motion over to Finn and be like, "Can we trust that one?
Which one?
The lady with the stick and the sand and the big old giant things?"
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, like me and her, we go way back. We've known each other for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Igneous is aware of how little of the situation that he understands, so he's happy with that answer.
He's just gonna say, I trust her more than I've known her longer than I've known any of you.
I was gonna say, don't say you trust her more than you trust any of us. We have held your life in our hands.
That's true. That's true. Plus, she did doubt me for a bit when we first came in.
Exactly.
But yeah.
just before we depart, Ignis is just going to take Doorcracker aside and be like, if she double crosses you, kill everybody.
All right. Okay, good.
Okay. Cool. So, what we're going to do here is that there's no actual Yatar stuff. So Yatar's like a coastal town where you see merchant ships kind of coming and going. Is there anything that you would all like to do in Yatar, or would you like to go? Are you literally just trying to find the ship?
There's no Yatar. Okay, I think we need to go
Well,
to
there's no map for Yatar.
Right, gotcha.
I'm just trying to get a gauge for what you would all like to do.
Finn?
Oh yeah, I reckon. What time is it when we arrive in Yatar?
It's kind of late afternoon.
Right. Okay. I reckon we head for some sort of tavern.
You want to go to an inn or a tavern, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of town is it?
It's like it's a port town, so various merchant ships and trade kind of hustle and bustle happening. Seems like there's quite a lot of money flowing through the city. Though the origins of it, it's not very clear. Like there doesn't appear to be any sort of natural resources that are kind of, there's no massive coal mine or anything like that you know of that kind of would give away where the source of wealth is. It's just kind of this free flowing money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Finn turns to the crew and just sort of says, "Look, it's been so long since we've actually rested. We've I don't think we've been in any sort of town since we made our way out of basically head off to go see the Oracle. We've ventured into the Oracle's domain. We went to the Yaxfolk village. We went into Ironschlag and now Maelstrom. And this is the first chance we've had to be able to just relax. I don't know about you guys, but I could definitely use a drink.
If we can find fire whiskey, I'll be stoked.
Yeah.
For the fire brandy.
What does Ignis? Do you drink at all? Is there?
Doesn't everybody drink?
I mean, yeah. Finn's just going to assume that you mean alcohol, so he's like, "That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear." So let's go and find a tavern.
Okay.
Whereabouts on the map is Yatar? Is it on this map or?
I couldn't find it earlier.
Okay.
It's under the Evermoors. If it's Yaratar,
that sounds about right.
right of the Sword Mountains, left of the Star Mounts, north of Waterdeep. East
down there.
Oh, right. Wait, north.
North of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else did you say?
East of Sword Mountains. There's a little road and there's a river.
Oh, there's still Yatar right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there.
it is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I had it confused with another one. Okay, so it's on the river,
Okay, cool.
not on the coast. My bad.
Cool.
But similar sort of thing. Like there is an enormous amount of trade, kind of going up and down this river, and also no obvious like natural resources like forestry's all but died out in this region.
Oh, cool. That river comes out near Waterdeep. Awesome.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. So, the Grand Dame you would assume is a riverboat of some sort. So you managed to find. So you're just looking for the nearest inn.
Yeah, just some sort of tavern, something that there might be a lot of people drinking and spending their hard-earned cash, I guess, or their hard-won cash.
Yeah, exactly.
One cached. Yeah. So what sort of place are you looking for? Are you looking for a dodgy, dingy place? Are you looking for like a high
We want a bit more high
high
class.
class place somewhere in between?
I'd say a high class place, right? I imagine
House standards.
anybody that's allowed on a on a gambling boat would have to be pretty well off, right?
Especially one that's invite only.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to find the classiest tavern in town.
Yeah.
Where it looks like it's got the most money being spent.
Okay. You kind of pull up. You kind of make your way through town, through some of the less fortunate parts of the town, where there are beggars in the street and things like that. And you make your way into this kind of more well-to-do area where there are fenced properties and things like that. And the bar or the public house in this part of the town is called the Good Night's Rest.
Okay.
Night spelled Knight, of course. And there is like flanking the sides of the doors, there are two wooden carvings of knights, kind of leaning on their swords, with their heads down, kind of resting.
Nice.
Igneous loves this place. He's just like,
Of course he does.
look at that night and look at that night. He thinks it's like a riddle that not many people get. He's going to turn to Alst and Finn and just be like,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it. We
Yeah.
get it.
Okay, yeah, good work, Igneous.
It's a thing. Yeah, well done.
All right, so I think we should sort of, I don't know, how do we want to? Obviously, we want to attract some attention as we go in.
Well, an elf and a direwolf is going to attract a bit of attention. Should I leave Wolf outside?
Do you reckon? I don't know. Does he need
Or
to be
should I
in
put with-
direwolf state?
I can take his collar off him and then he's just a wolf, but he's still a pretty sizable animal.
Yeah, I think we should probably leave all our animals. I don't know, like tied up at the entranceway or left outside, or
Well, wolf will stay if requested.
yeah.
He'll wait. He's
Okay.
pretty good like that.
There are like tie-offs for horses.
Yeah, so Finn's just tying up Alpha and Beta with Madrid.
And Alf
Okay.
is just going to lay his hand on Wolf's head, kind of, lean head together to sort of, wait, I'll be back soon, rest up. And Wolf's just going to curl up on the front step and kind of, relax.
Yeah.
And whenever somebody steps just a little bit too close to Wolf, he just lets out this low sort of. And they just know to step away. And this is like quite a fancy place, so it's very unusual for the patrons here.
Right. So I think we're going to look pretty obvious, or conspicuous as we show up with like an Earth Ganassi and in full armor and yeah. But I reckon we just head in.
So you walk into the bar, and in most of the bars you've ever walked into in your life, it's not unusual to see people dressed in armor or kind of with the tools of their trade strewn about their person. In this bar, there is no apart from Igneous and yourselves. There is no one is dressed in armor. Everybody's kind of dressed in fine, just their finery, their robes and things like that. I suppose those are the tools of their trade, but it's to them. You kind of get this picture that the Good Night's Rest is
a little posh.
Oh, it's definitely very posh, but it's not quite a joke that the knights outside are in armor, but it's like, how do I explain it?
it's a brothel.
It's a brothel. It's a brothel.
Speaking
No,
of
it's like-
speaking of being posh and not a joke, I just want to say thanks to Blue Slant. Blue Slant, thanks for the follow. That means heaps. So stick around and see what happens at the Good Night's Rest.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Carry on, Josh.
So they're just it's almost like satire for them, I guess is the best word I can think of.
Right.
Where they have these people and they're not necessarily looking down on a knight or anything, but they wouldn't dream of donning the armor themselves. So when the three of you walk in, it's just like a record screeching. If there was a record playing, basically like the violin that the bard is playing, it's just like as all attention is turned to you, and you just like looking out over a sea of people who are just dressed in some of the finest robes you've ever seen. It's very similar to the party that Finn and Alst attended at.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
I remember that.
Lord something or other in Waterdeep's place. So it's kind of that sort of crowd, and you notice that a lot of practically all of the tabletops are made of marble, and the bar itself is made of this kind of black and white flecked marble, and it's just the finest, I guess, fit out
Okay.
that you've seen in a bar like this, which seems to match the fanciness of the patrons.
Okay, nice. Sorry to interrupt again, John, but Blue Slant has done even one better than following us, and he's now hosting us on his or her channel. Blue Slant,
Woo!
that rules. That's awesome. Thank you for bringing more
Thank you,
people
Blue
along.
Slant.
Ignis is going to look around the room completely confused. There's no knights here. He just doesn't get it.
Hey Ignis, go find some knights.
Yeah, what don't you grab us a drink, one of your favorite drinks, and meet us back here at this table.
All right,
And points
all right.
over to a table.
So Ignis is going to trot off to the bar.
Okay. So you pull up to the bar, and there's just like a very Jeevesy sort of looking bartender there with a centre part in his hair, just kind of one tea towel over his shoulder, and a kind of a vest and a white shirt and black pants, just cleaning a glass in between serving drinks, and he kind of looks over at you and says, "Yes, how can I help you, sir?"
Hi,
Is he?
trader. I want 3 drinks.
Okay. What kind of drinks would you like?
Drinks. 3 drinks. And Ignis is just going to put up a little coin course onto the counter. Just a little motion like, drinks.
I love it when Ignis is trying to be clever.
So he sees what you're up to, and he says, "Ales then." Yes.
Ignis is just going to look over back to Finn and Alst and be like,
He just starts pouring you ales.
Yeah, nice.
He comes back with three beers.
at that point, Ignis is like, yeah, drinks.
So those run you half a gold each. So deduct 1.5 gold.
Perfect. So is there anybody that kind of stands out for Finn? Is there anything that we can see? Is anyone of interest?
Go ahead and roll investigate. No, go ahead. Are you like actively looking for this, or are you just kind of generally taking a?
Like he's kind of perusing all the
a
different
census of the room.
tables and kind of like having a look at what's around, and it's just trying to see if anyone would stand out as maybe someone who's flashing a bit of cash, or someone who might stand out as someone that might know something.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
Okay. 19.
So you see one person who kind of catches your attention. So in amongst the other finery, there's like these highborn folk. You see one man who's clearly had a few more drinks than the others at his table, and he's kind of wearing a very fine sort of yellow and gold trimmed silk robe with kind of snake patterns kind of etched into it. His hair is up in a high kind of bun with a couple of chopsticks through it. And he looks like this.
He looks like an iPhone X. Cool.
And he's just kind of laughing and making merry with these people who are kind of like almost trying to hide themselves away from what is going on here.
Nice. Okay.
That's brilliant.
How far away from our table would he be?
He's like in a far corner from you, so we'll call it like 10 to 15 feet.
Okay. That's not too far away. Okay, cool. How's Igneous coming along with these drinks?
Yep, so Igneous comes back to where you're all kind of standing around. There's not very many empty tables, and patrons kind of move out of your way if you attempt to take up residence near them.
Okay.
What is that?
What is that? Not sure.
Is it you asked?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tavern music's great. Found some tavern music. So whilst Finn's just playing with his doing a search around the room, Mouse is going to be a bit of a studious person and pull out his book. He's going to read.
Okay. So you're reading How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah, that's right.
And Finn's just kind of like, Oust, we're here to get information, man.
This is your. I'm just going to give Finn a bit of a look and say, you know what you're doing. I trust you. Come back and tell me when you found something interesting.
Wow. Okay.
You're the one that's good at this shit, man, not me.
Okay. So Finn kind of is just gonna keep kind of like keeping an eye on the robed person at the table, trying to catch his eye. He's just gonna be like flicking the trying and maybe failing to roll the token between his fingers like he saw the trader doing. He's like, oh, that can't be too hard. I'm just gonna give that a bit of a try.
Yeah, I mean you're a pretty dexterous wee
Yeah.
fellow. Go ahead and roll sleight of hand for me.
Okay. 26.
Yeah, you managed to kind of guide the coin along the top ridges of your fingers, and then you managed to pull off the rear like underhook, which is where the coin kind of jumps between the underneath of your fingers before you knock it back over to the top and begin the cycle again.
Nice.
And you're like, this wasn't as hard as I thought it would be.
Gotcha. All right, and so he's just trying to keep an eye on this guy and hoping just for the moment through all of his he's obviously been quite raucous at the table, but just should he be looking around, he wants to make sure that Finn can catch the eye.
Can Ignis tell that Finn's looking over at some dude?
Roll perception.
Ooh.
No.
Ah, that's
How
the
do you,
best.
Oh, you roll it. Two. All right.
I just
Wow.
imagine like while Finn is like keeping an eye on and just like clearly trying to get focused, Ignis is just like chatting about his day. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Ignis just going
freed
for
all
it.
the slaves? They're so good.
Have you tasted this drink before? This drink rules.
Ignis does all of those things.
So I think with your expert dexterity, you do manage to catch the eye of this person, but it's kind of like this brief moment and glimmer, rather than any kind of sustained interest.
What Finn wants to do is try and time that the next time this character looks is to stop rolling this coin and kind of just hold it like goose up to him, since it's the golden goose.
Yeah, Goose is up.
Goose is up. Yeah.
So I think with that 26, we'll let that carry.
Yeah, cool.
And yeah, you successfully like throw a thumbs up where the goose is kind of just in between your thumb and forefinger, and you're just like behind that thumbs up goose. And that's forever known as Goose is up.
Goose is up.
Goose is up.
Ignis just looks over, just thumbs up. It's like he thinks that's what's happening. He's like, yeah.
And the gentleman at the table kind of recognizes that, steps up from his table, like kind of uneven, dusts himself off, and walks over. And as he does, he's kind of his hand is snatched by somebody else at the table. Who's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, just dismisses them. And he walks over to you and he says, "Little fella,
Little fella, love it.
you
This guy's good with my friend.
are you your patron of the Grand Dame?"
Well, my friend, the book nerd here, he's been known to
Looks up
attend.
from his book through the tops of his glasses and just kind of pushes them back down and re-lifts the book up.
Yeah. But yeah, me and my friend here, and he points over to Igneous. We've yet to venture inside. We've yet to receive that invitation.
And he kind of throws his head back with a hearty laugh, and he says, "You don't need any invitation, friend, if you have enough money
Right.
for such an excursion. Apologies. I thought the reason why you were trying to catch my eye is that you recognized me from the boat."
Should I? I just recognized you as someone worthy of my attention.
Well, if you've not been on the boat, of course you wouldn't recognize me from the boat.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Pao Ming.
Pao Mei.
Pao Ming.
Pao Ming. Okay. Diddly-doo. Okay, Pao
Ignis
Ming.
is just gonna lean over to Pao Ming and be like, "Do you want another drink? These are great."
Pao Ming takes you up on your offer and says, "Yes, I would like another drink," and kind of staggers backwards just briefly before regaining his posture and being like, "Yep."
And so, Pao, you're. My name is Finn, and this here is Igneous. And don't worry about the book nerd here. He doesn't seem to be wanting to pay any attention to the goings on of this fine establishment.
Passive wisdom to understand exactly what's going on around me whilst reading my book. I know exactly what's going on.
So why would your average boat goer recognize you, pal?
That's a very good question. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say I help keep order.
So you're a bouncer.
Nothing so gauche as a bouncer.
Mm.
I just make sure that the patrons are well looked after, and that no one gets too crazy
Mm.
on
And
the boat.
And how come you're not there this fine eve?
So the boat's packed up. So we're not currently trading, and this is one of the few nights off I get. So when I do get a night off, I like to indulge, as you can probably tell from, in kind of steps backwards and forwards, just trying to find his balance. Seems very coherent though, which is a strange combination.
Cool. And so going back to the price of an invitation, or as you say, as long as you've got enough money, how much money would be enough money?
Usually we take on board patrons with no less than 10,000 gold.
Oh.
Finn just looks over at Alst. There's a good bit of the book there, buddy. Sorry, our friend has just recently lost a few thousand thanks to the Grand Arms. But
She's a cruel mistress.
Yeah, there wouldn't be 10,000 each. Could the three of us go on through the pocket of one?
Perhaps. Yes, perhaps, or perhaps one of you could go aboard for the others and try your luck that way.
Okay. And when does the Grand Dame leave next? When is it next open?
We'll leave tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening. All right.
We'll hit the river once more.
All right. So he just looks at Alst and he says, "So we've got about 24 hours to kill."
Awesome. Funny.
Almost the perfect time.
Wow, I love how the GM does that. We've got 24 hours to kill, but we need to raise how many thousand gold pieces to get on the boat?
I don't know how much gold do you have?
I got a stiddly squat. I'm broke.
Now we don't need to spend the 10,000. We just have to have 10,000, I assume.
Yeah, I've got a total of 65 gold pieces in my person right now.
Plus the 2,000 that you just got.
Well, I haven't taken it off you because.
Oh, right.
But yeah.
Okay, so I mean we've got 8,000 basically.
Didn't Iymrith spend money on his?
Oh, that's right. How much did he spend?
How much did he spend on the bag of holding?
600.
So
7,400.
And I've got another 2,600.
All right, so funnily enough, that's 10 grand.
We've got 10 grand.
Finn can get onto the boat.
Yeah.
Mr. Little Lucky Pants himself.
As the word boat is mentioned, Ignis is going to be like, no.
What?
I'll wait here with the drinks.
That's fine, Ignis. You can wait. That's perfectly fine. I think sending Finn into a gambling hall is possibly our best chance of getting anywhere in this point.
Yeah. So whereabouts is the boat right now? Surely, is it just on the river right now, or?
Yeah, it's moored on the river, just outside town.
Okay, cool.
It's down by the docks.
Who he just wants to ask who Power's drinking with at the moment.
So he kind of motions over and says, "Well, these are some of the other staff from the boat," and he kind of names them off one by one.
Okay. How many people are at the table, including Pal?
5 in total.
5.
The rest of them are in comparatively simple dress.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. How are they looking in regards to intoxication levels?
Less drunk than Pal.
Okay, and there's 5 there. It's about. I'm just gonna ask Pal. What are you drinking tonight?
I've largely been drinking whiskey.
Okay. Does Finn know how much that would cost in an establishment like this?
Probably 3 to 5. Like for really top shelf stuff, like 5 gold a piece.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So I'm just gonna thank Pal for his for coming over and having a chat. And I just want to and let him know that he'll likely see me tomorrow night aboard the Grand Dame.
I says, "Oh, look forward to seeing you there. I wish you luck."
Yeah, and as far as drinks for the night, don't you worry. You go back to your table, and I'll have you sorted.
Whoa, Finn!
At that, Igneous is just
Thank
like,
you very much.
assuming that he's in on that invite as well. And just summons the bartender over.
Yeah. Cool. So as Pal leaves the table, Finn leans over to Oust and Igneous and says, I want to get them more than they can handle. I want them completely intoxicated and busy so that we can go check out the boat right now.
Okay, flag the ale. Let's go for the brandy.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
Straight up.
I'm happy to. So yeah, and so we'll wave over the waiter. I want how much would it cost for you to keep that table over there? He just waves over at Pal. Stocked for the night. Like as soon as, almost obnoxiously so. If they try to leave, give them more. It's all on me. Like how much?
He says, "Oh, Pal Ming's at that table." He's gonna go through a few bottles.
If you're saying a glass of brandy is 5, so give them
a glass of whiskey,
glass
top
of whiskey,
stuff.
yeah.
And Pal does indeed prefer the top shelf, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And sorry, John, how much gold is a platinum piece?
I think it was 1,000.
Cool. So Finn is just going to reach into his pouch, pull out a single platinum piece, and place it in front of the waiter. And he says, "Whatever they don't spend, you can keep, my friend."
Oh, you generous sod, you.
Igneous is just going to look over and be like, "There's one coin." I can give him some more gold.
No.
It's okay.
It's also not gold, Igneous. It's silvery, so it's clearly less valuable than all these golds that have been changing hands. And the Jeeves, just at seeing you produce this platinum coin, is just absolutely shocked and just says, yes, of course, sir. Thank you very much. And then he kind of heads over with a bottle of whiskey, and kind of tops everybody up and says, "Compliments of the gentleman at the bar." And they all kind of give you some recognition.
Cool.
Nice.
So that should be them. That's
It's them for the night.
basically, yeah. That's a bunch of the staff done for the night.
I'm comatose, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bravo, Finn. I'm impressed.
You were paying attention. Okay, good.
He's paying attention.
Yeah, I reckon we could make our way to the boat. Igneous, is it going to be okay if the boat is not in motion?
Will it be on the water?
Yeah.
At this time of the evening, it may have been, the waters may have gone out, and it may be sitting on deliciously wet soil.
I can do that.
Okay, good.
Lighter.
Well, it might be. The tide might be out.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, should we go check it out?
Sure. Let's go check out the boat.
Yes.
Do you even know where it is?
Let's this is it's a river. We're just gonna go down to where the
Okay.
boats are docked. It should be
All right.
pretty obvious.
Let's go find the grand dame and see if we can sneak on it. We're gonna leave Wolf and the animals behind.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to be pretty stealthy about this. Yeah.
All right. And we're gonna leave Igneous behind then. I'm happy to take Igneous with, but we're gonna have to be very careful with him.
Yeah. He could be our lookout.
He has had a beer.
He has had one
He
beer.
seems
Ah,
quite
yeah.
drunk. He seems quite drunk. On just a beer.
Mhm.
Okay, so down at the docks there's like a number of boats tied up, but only one really super stands out. It's about 120 feet in length, so it's quite a long boat. And it just has rows of oars down the side of it.
Hmm.
And it appears to be multi-leveled.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's ornately decorated, so it's kind of got these etchings along its hull.
Mm-hmm.
Is it floating or is it actually, as Finn said?
Yeah, no, it's floating alongside a kind of a jetty that's kind of
Right.
stuck out.
Right.
Igneous, do you want to stay outside and keep watch for us, and maybe call us if something appears amiss?
Yes, I do. I'll use my shouty voice.
Are you sober enough to stay awake?
Yes. Go do your boat things. I will be here.
What are you going to shout with your yelly voice?
Shouting with.
I'll yell things that I see.
Okay, all right. Sure.
We'll listen for you. We'll listen for you.
Yeah. Okay.
This is just gonna continue sipping his ale, just loving it.
I brought the ale with him.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
How's Al's
Alright,
feeling
Felix.
about doing some sort of what he can do? Do the shroud thing on us to make sure we can't be
Oh,
seen?
you want to do that? Then that's a good idea.
Well, if we want to do
That's a
this,
great idea.
yeah,
I like your way of thinking.
got to get in there,
I'm quite
man.
happy to help there. So we'll do the good old pass without trace thing then.
Perfect.
Over my friend Finn and myself. Before I do, I'm just gonna ask Igneous to kind of turn away and ignore us, but just keep a watch out over there. And I'll do my little thingy-majiggies that I do.
Nice.
And Finn and Alce will just basically disappear.
Cool.
Okay.
We don't have to
look
do anything.
back? Oh.
So what do
Huh? No.
Nice.
I love that.
So as you all approach the boat, you notice that it's being loaded up with various supplies. Finn and Alce, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Here we go. And you can add 10 to it. Oh, yeah, stealth. So you add 10 to it, Finn.
Oh damn. Okay. I'm sweet.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I'm assuming you're all trying to like not be seen as you
Yeah.
Yeah.
approach the boat.
So you
32
got
for me.
22. Oh, I'll take 24. I don't mind.
Yeah.
So you see you basically there's like a bunch of goods on the dock that are being slowly loaded into the boat by staff, and you see at each kind of entrance a number of kind of very rough looking guards posted. Familiar, like they look a little bit like a cross between a pirate and a bandit and a town soldier.
Awesome.
Okay.
That are kind of standing at all of the entrances. guarding the Grand Dame as it's as preparations are being made for tomorrow evening's journey back out onto the river.
Are we skipping
Yeah.
past them?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Let's
I think though we will end the session for there tonight.
Okay.
Because we're at 9:58 now. So the scene we close in on is where Finn and Oust are kind of crouched in the darkness with this veil of shadow, kind of magical veil of shadow kind of enveloping them as they attempt to sneak aboard the Grand Dame. So join us next time on Getting Dicey and see if they are successful or whether or not they get caught by some or all of the guards.
I am assuming that there are a lot of guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's kind of about 8 that you've spotted so far.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can Ignis add just one more thing? That as he's drinking his ale, he's just going to wonder if his freed slaves were in fact freed.
Uh-oh.
Are you asking me?
Ignis is wondering to
Yeah.
himself.
Wondering.
He's not going to be able to know from where he is, but he's going to wonder.
Is the DM gonna let him know?
Nah.
He wonders expertly.
Roll. Passive.
Roll for wonder.
What? Oh.
Yeah, see, if we get spotted, we do have the wand of wonder on our grips.
Thank goodness for that.
So that's tonight's session. We may or may not do our usual Wednesday planning session. Depends about how free people are and how excited people are to do it, I guess. I think last week there was a few of us that were just unavailable. So we'll post it in the Twitter once we know what's going on. But thanks to everybody for showing up. Thanks for all the extra follows we got. We got our first Twitch raid. Whatever the hell that is. People have laughed at us for not knowing what Poggers is.
Yeah.
And just for anyone who is watching and is unaware, we are actually affiliates now. So there is a sub button at the top as well, which we've who knows? I don't know. You can get yourself in one of the emoticons that I've used throughout the stream. And I don't know what cheering is, but you can do that to us now. Cheer us. I don't know what that means. Cool. But
this is what happens when they let old people use technology.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much.
Like exactly what happens.
What's a fortnight?
It's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
14 days.
But yep, that's us. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, everyone.
Right.
Yes. Bye, everyone.